Kevin, thank you very much for this evening's talk. I'd like to start, if you could talk a little bit about your own personal experience and about what motivated you to get into being part of the UN.
Thank you, Richard. I actually was in the UN initially when I was my previous career as U.S. Marine, and I sort of became more of peacekeeping, what that's about. The United States was not very much involved in it, and still is not. And I actually worked for many years to get an assignment to peacekeeping, and I ended up being the operations officer for the UN in South Lebanon in 81, 82. In fact, during the 82 war, the observers. And I enjoyed working. I enjoyed working in an actual setting. I had a chance later in Somalia, working for General Zinni in the U.S. involvement in Somalia. I was there before the U.S. came and stayed, and you can see the need for people, and I was offered a post, and I took a post, and since then I've been with the UN last pretty much off and on, almost entirely since 1993. I enjoy the work at the UN. I enjoy the humanitarian side. I actually did serve for about a year and a half as head of security, but that was just a temporary fill for somebody when somebody left the UN because of the Benghazi thing. But I've always focused on humanitarian. I didn't want to be involved in security, military stuff. And I think when you try to meet needs of people and you see people in desperate circumstances, and you can give assistance, and you can make a difference, even in a small part, it's a worthwhile endeavor to do. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy an advisedly word, use that word, okay?
While governments have their own agendas, a lot of individuals are very much interested in helping the Syrians and the current situation that's going on. Can you talk, and you talked about this a little bit inside, what can individuals do, and we have a very young audience, what can the young people do, get involved, what can they do with the UN, that sort of thing?
Well, I think maybe a bit what I said inside, Richard. One is, of course, to be informed. And unfortunately, I think many people are not informed, or just read the headlines and don't read the rest of the story, don't look into it. So some of these things you see fear-mongering you see over refugees coming to the United States, something they're all terrorists and all. Nothing can be further than the truth. People need to be informed about the situation. That's the first step. I think the second step is to make your views known to people, and to your congressman, to your congresswoman, to your senator, to your representatives, what you think about these issues and the issues that impact on us. And I think this is the best I try to give, particularly young people who have a chance to speak. Now, more than ever, things that happen far away, whether it be Brussels or Damascus or Juba in South Sudan, they have an impact on people in this country, on their safety, on their security, on their taxes, on everything. You need to be involved, you need to know, you need to form an opinion and make your opinions known. And you can also give money too.
Quickly about that, as far as people who are tuning into our, what can they do financially if they want to go and help out?
Well, there are.
And let me just quickly jump in. Also, second part of that question is: are there groups that UN works with that have boots on the ground that you recommend?
Yeah, I hate to recommend people because I probably cannot recommend them all. There are dozens of groups there. First I'd say my own side of the ledger on the UN side. So you have the UNICEF, the World Food Program, and UN High Commissioner of Refugees, and also the Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA. These are 4 organizations, I think, that do a good job. They're on the ground, they're frontline people, and they work in the most difficult circumstances. Similarly, and really in the same breath, our NGO friends, whether it be, I can many of them, Save the Children USA, World Vision, Mercy Corps, Catholic Relief Services. These are all first-line organizations that do a good job, very upfront, very professional, use their money wisely, in my view, and make a big contribution. There's many more, too. My friends might hear this and say, you forgot me, but those 4 come to mind. CARE USA also, of course.
Last question for you regarding the peace process. How important it's a lot of blame that goes on. How important is it to leave the past behind and look towards a future? I
think it's very important too, and I won't get into details of the peace process. I'm part of the humanitarian side. The political side is not my part of the pie. You have to leave that behind to move forward. At the same time, and how this will be handled, I don't know. There's a question of impunity, and this comes up in every peace negotiation you're aware. So how much do you forget and forgive, and how is that done, and how much do you not forget and forgive? And I think this will be one of the issues that will come up in the discussions going forward, I suspect.
We wish you all the best, and thank you for your good work.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you to the Voice. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you
Great.
very much.